Should you play SplitGate? SplitGate is a first-person arena shooter with a twist. You can use portals and man does it add so much to the experience. But is SplitGate actually worth playing? It's free, but what's the monetization looking like? And most importantly, is the game genuinely fun? This will be structured differently to my usual content because it is multiplayer only. This is my SplitGate review. Join the Discord if you want to group up and have some fun, smash that like button and maybe even stick around by subscribing. Thank you all for the support. So I heard about SplitGate a few days back and it immediately piqued my interest when it was described as a mix of Halo and Portal. I mean, how can you not get excited about it when that exists? I immediately booted it up and well, I couldn't play it because the servers were overloaded with players, so it's clear I wasn't the only one getting excited and wanting to get in. So it's pretty obvious SplitGate has a player base that is alive and well.
Game starts in 5, 4, 3.
And that's fantastic as the game hasn't even left the beta stage. So 2 days later I hop back in and boom, I log in and well, there was only custom servers that I couldn't get into. So I created my own. I finally started playing and literally within seconds I knew this was going to be something special. So why is that? Let's start with movement. The movement in this game is super fun. It's not quite Titanfall levels of adrenaline and fun, but man it feels great. The movement feels responsive and smooth even when sprinting, making the game's pacing super fast yet controlled in a weird sense. You won't have other players flying across the map with hooks and jetpacks, but you will have carefully crafted levels built to take advantage of the unique movement system that complements the map design. The portals in this game is something I have wanted in an FPS game for a long time. Now I'm sure something similar has been done before, but this is easily the most memorable use of portals in a FPS multiplayer game in my opinion. You can set up portals to get boosts of momentum very similar to the actual game Portal, or you can use them to successfully flank the enemy team in seconds, if they aren't fully aware of your pure G-Fuel gamer skills that will haunt them for the rest of their days. Hell, you can even combine both the momentum and flanking if you're experienced enough, and I'm not quite that level yet, so I had my ass handed to me a few times, but I'm serious, the options for how to defeat enemies isn't endless, but there is a hell of a lot more when it comes to SplitGate's movement system, and if you want to take anything away from this video, it's this. SplitGate feels fresh and new while avoiding the many trends FPS games are going for today, mainly Battle Royale, or over-reliance on gritty realism. This is just a fun game very similar to the early 2000s. Now it's not all great, sometimes it can feel quite clunky even on PC if you're new to its movement system, and I imagine the clunkiness is only going to get worse when you're on console due to having to use a controller, so I'd say keep that in mind if you do plan to play the game on consoles. Other than that, a few bugs here and there, and I have nothing else negative to say about the movement system. It's not overly complicated, but it's not overly simplified and can offer some fantastic, exhilarating moments. Now customization is actually brilliant, not because it's jam-packed with skins, emotes, etc., but because you don't have to buy the battle pass to earn everything. You can boot the game up and sit in the menu for a few minutes and look up the challenges you currently have, like the good old days of Battlefield 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or Halo, etc, etc. It's crazy that this is such a win these days. I mean, it's wonderful to finally find another shooter that actually rewards you for playing the damn game without forcing you to go play 50 matches and get 3 triple kills in each match, draining you of your will to play. SplitGate goes down the take your time and get 25 headshots to unlock a new weapon skin route. That simplicity is so rare now, mainly because companies want you to say, "Oh, I ain't got time for those challenges that I technically paid for when I bought this game. Let me grab my wallet and spend another 15. I know I'm banging on about it, but I can't stress enough how satisfying it will be to actually earn these skins, emotes, etc. from actually playing the game. Now there is a battle pass like every free FPS game these days, and I honestly can't complain. SplitGate has been developed by 4 people, and they have every right to monetize the shit out of SplitGate. But they chose the battle pass route, and this is beyond respectable, so I have nothing negative to say about the monetization scheme at all. It doesn't affect gameplay and simply adds more content to a free-to-play game, so I have no complaints. There is also custom servers, and I spent most of my time on custom servers because of the matchmaking. It's been down during my time with the game. You can pretty much change anything you want. The length of each game, the objectives, jetpack endurance, etc, etc. It's your classic custom lobby that gives you full control on how you want to play the game. And I can already see loads of private servers doing trick shots or one in the chamber or whatever it's called these days, or streamers getting a bunch of followers in. You know, we could do that if you want. Join the Discord and we could sort something out. That's all I really have to say on that. It would be great fun to get everyone on there. Let's move on to Gunplay.
Slayer, double kill.
Gunplay here is decent. It's not the best shooting mechanics I've ever experienced, but that's all subjective. So, in my opinion, I think the gunplay is satisfying enough to keep most players, including hardcore players, to keep playing while they learn the new systems and really how to cheese the mechanics. There is a decent amount of gun variety as well, and it's all very similar to Halo. You have your carbine rifle, your assault rifle, battle rifle, bat, snipers, and other weapons using energy, etc, etc, that you can pick up from the ground and make you a beast for a minute or two.
Gain the lead.
Now, I do love gun customization, attachments and all that, but due to SplitGate's design, it makes sense to only allow you to use weapon skins rather than changing sights, damage, etc, because it would just be way harder to balance, and overall be a worse experience in general. SplitGate is one of those games that anyone can jump into and grasp how it works. The guns are simple but varies, and the movement is complicated yet simplified for many, making it easier than Titanfall, but not as basic as something like Battlefield or Call of Duty. The only thing I think it's really missing is grenades. Throughout my last 2 days playing it, I haven't seen a single grenade, so I'm guessing they're not in the game, unless I'm blind. So, SplitGate, developers, put some grenades in. If this sounds right for you, then maybe SplitGate is worth playing, you know? I think the thing that's going to attract most players is the more focus on skill-based, not matchmaking itself, but just being skillful in general. You're not placed into lobbies based on your skill, at least that's not what I know of. I know you'll be leveling up over time. It feels right, you know what I mean? There's some games where I get my ass kicked, and then there's some games where I'm whooping everyone. But again, that is custom game modes. The actual matchmaking itself still needs to be fixed, so it's just one of them. It's completely down to your perspective and how what you want from a first-person shooter. Personally, I love this game. It's everything I really want from a first-person shooter. There's no ridiculous, overpowered weapons. It's very skill-based. There's a unique gimmick to it. It is a gimmick. The portals are a gimmick. I mean, it's done well, but it's still a gimmick, if you know what I mean. So, but that's done well. It's interesting and it's fun to play, and that's what I want out of my FPS games. So overall, SplitGate is a hell of a lot of fun and can attract both casual and hardcore players while also remaining a free-to-play game. I think SplitGate could become a massive IP over the next year, especially if they start ramping up their marketing to get as many people talking about SplitGate as possible. I do think SplitGate is worth playing, and I guarantee I'm going to put a lot of hours into this game if content keeps coming, and I really hope it does. Thank you for watching.